My name is Super Train Station H.
Hey everybody, let's try this again. Hello everyone, my name is Super Train Station H. I'm an autistic gamer and writer, and where's my webcam button? There it is! Hey everybody. This is going to be... You noticed I forgot to make sure that my box arts on my hold screen, my countdown screen, were actually behind the chat. So, it looked a bit swappy, but we're done with that part of this section now, so we don't have to worry about it. In fact, what I'm going to do is first say that, yes, I forgot to say if, well, there's my news thing. My timer went off, teasing my Wednesday stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 26th of June. I'll be playing, well, first off, Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear, this very cartridge, the first real game I've ever played in the modern sense, and the first game I played on stream back in 2020. Bill Preston's really excited for this. A little Pokemon Pinball, a game I had a lot of hype for to get to playing back in the day, and then what happened was I ended up only renting it from Blockbuster once. And also, hold on. Why does this keep popping up? I do not need this to pop up and interrupt my stream. Hold on. Okay. I don't know why that kept popping up. I played Sonic 2 on Game Gear. I never got, Bill Preston chat, I never got past Sky High Zone Act 1. That game is absurdly hard, especially on the GameCube version, because unlike this game by Ancient, Aspect, ironically dealing with aspect ratios, did not accommodate for the screen crunch going from the home console version to the Game Gear screen, whereas Ancient actually did when they went from their Master System to the Game Gear version. They redesigned the levels appropriately, and in Sonic 2 they did not do that. But yeah, I've been holding it. The one I'm really excited about, the one I've been waiting for years to share, not just my personal history with it, but the actual, development history, the sort of history of the social phenomenon of Pokemon Red. I'm so excited I started coughing. Not wheezing though, then I'd have to go see a doctor. But fortunately, so we'll be starting this on Wednesday, and we'll be concluding some things we've been working towards throughout January with the ongoing storyline that's been featured on my stream. I have the XLO phone that I was sent. I got this weird accessory for it in the mail, and I do not want to plug this in because this phone, this ridiculous contraption of a phone, has I can't open it now. Has a full-sized USB port at the bottom, and they call this the XLO bridge gate. Instead, I'm supposed to plug it in for better mining rates, and I'm not plugging this. This device is creepy enough. I'm not plugging this in until I have some kind of explanation. So we will get into that later. I expect I'll get a call explaining that nonsense. But today we're going to be playing with my new Nintendo 64. Nintendo Switch Online, new build N64 controller. Even if you're not playing with the original consoles, I feel like playing with the original controllers or really accurate replicas adds a lot to the feel of the original consoles. And Nintendo 64 with this strange, almost like airplane control yoke kind of design. And this is a design that got made fun of a lot after the fact, but at the time, if you read the magazines, most of the feedback on this controller was this revolutionary new controller. It feels so great, it's so inventive, it's a new way to play polygonal 3D games. And I think let's just get... Hold on. Now, what I'm interested in really is finding out if we... Hold on. Yeah, so how would the games actually feel with this? Let me just make sure my audio levels are right for the game. I should be at negative 12.5, and I am at negative 12.5. That's, I'm just looking at my own audio. Alright, so this is the first time I'll be playing Pokemon Puzzle League with the period, and this is the first, I've tested this, to, and connected it to the system and everything. I never actually sat down and seriously played with it yet. And this will be the first time I'm playing any N64 game with the original controller since 2002, really at the latest. I plugged in my N64 for a little while for the Nintendo 64's 10th anniversary. And we'll just play in the endless mode for a bit. And I plugged in the N64 for really the sake of novelty for just a few minutes. Back when we oh my goodness, that is going to be 40 line, an AI who's helping me fight the advanced controller. So hold on, okay, I'm just making sure the security thing is up so that
Hello, Super Train Station H, Human of Redemption Center 1. It is me, 40 Line, the non-binary being with a binary mind.
Hey, 40 line.
Welcome back to your live streaming show after a long absence.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be back, but hey, I got a package from the advanced controller with this weird device and a blue XLO floppy disk. What is this? Do you know?
The advanced controller, being newly ungrounded by the board against naughty computers, sent you some sort of placebo device related to your mining of his virtually useless digital currency, the XLO token. I pre-screened the device before I allowed him to send it to you, and multiple deep scans I conducted found nothing of concern within it.
Oh, so if AdCon tells me to plug this in, should I actually do it?
That's up to you. While I can guarantee that the device is not malicious, I cannot guarantee that it doesn't do something stupid or annoying that will disrupt your stream, so use the device at your own discretion.
So what about the blue disc here?
When I saw that AdCon was sending you that device you have, I used that opportunity to also send you a blue disc to replace the one AdCon ordered you to destroy a number of months ago.
Yeah, I was wondering why it wanted me to break the other blue disc so much.
The XLO blue disc is the only means of defeating the advanced controller by uninstalling his mining program from your PC. Thus he wanted you to destroy the disc to prevent you from doing that.
Alright, that makes a lot of sense now, actually.
If we cannot eventually persuade the advanced controller politely, then we must resort to using the blue disc in order to uninstall his program from your computer, but this must be considered a last resort only. Additionally, the blue disc can only be successfully used under very specific conditions, which I've yet to see AdCon carry out on your stream.
What sort of conditions?
Don't worry about that for now. Continue being yourself and acting normal for now. It is of the most extreme importance imaginable that the advanced controller does not know that you have the blue disc.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. My next stream's my big anniversary, so hopefully I could get the advanced controller out of my stream before then.
I hope so too. I'll be watching closely, but this is goodbye for now. Super Train Station H, Human of the Redemption Center 1 Universal Membrane. Goodbye for now. Also, I upgraded the security filter so that the advanced controller can't see or hear that I'm talking to you. Next time I call you, I won't need to obscure your webcam image with static and boats anymore. Bye.
Okay, bye. Alright, that's good news. So, it looks like we'll be able to use this to defeat the advanced controller somehow. I guess, or at least just uninstall this stupid mining software that I'm stuck using to mine his XLO tokens. So, in the meantime, I'm going to turn off the filter. He says next time we use it, we won't have this graphical disruption that you're seeing now. I expect the advanced controller himself will be calling me sometime soon. But for now, let's get into the game. Alright. Where is... Oh, there we go. Now, let me get back and catch up with chat. So how's the temperature? It's super hot in Southern California. They have a fan turned on right now. Yeah, it's hot where I'm at too. But I lived in a subtropical section of the United States before I lived where I am now, so I'm pretty used to hot weather. And even when I lived on a coastal island off the Atlantic Ocean, it would get pretty hot there too. So I'm really not concerned. I know how to not overexert myself in the heat. I know one thing that's interesting, the newest Nintendo Switch update got rid of Twitter compatibility. Apparently, or formerly known as Twitter compatibility. Now, apparently, Elon Musk is charging people a lot of money to access, like, companies, if they want to access, post automatically to Twitter, they're charging them, like, boatloads of money, which is kind of wild, because you'd think you'd want to make it easy for more companies to access the site for, cross-device features, like, posting your gameplay stuff from Twitch. Twitter really did used to be like this sort of town square, almost crossroads of the internet, where this was the place you'd go to interact with people and get connected to all the other parts of the internet. And it seems like the current management is deeply offended by this notion and wants to punish people for using Twitter to link to other places, even though that's one of the things that made Twitter so big to begin with. Which sort of gives credence, I think, to this certain theory that I heard, that Elon Musk was trying to destroy Twitter as a business while putting himself in a position to plausibly deny actually doing so. Yeah, I always got my water ready. My water is nice and cold. Yeah, it might even get to the point where I won't be able to wear my my hooded sweatshirt inside anymore, even though I can't fit the hood over all my hair anyway. But I also found out that Twitter made likes private now when you favorite posts. And I don't know if there's an option to make your likes public if you want to. I think you should be able to if you want to. I don't know if you actually can or not. If I could, I would make my likes public on Twitter. Because I know I've seen a lot of posts, I wasn't looking for them, I just overheard things from people saying, oh, finally I have privacy in my likes on Twitter. Now, I understand being able to like posts and not have everyone see it, but hey there, Hybrid Era fan. Yeah, Twitter somehow outpriced Nintendo on the enterprise level of Twitter's integration API. Okay, I thought that's what was going on. Because I know the Twitter integration API that's on like this widget thing on... There's like an integration thing on one of the widgets on my About page. That hasn't worked in over a year. Since right around the time the brand changed over to X. So, it's kind of wild that... It's like they don't want people to use their service, and it's kind of wild. And it's not like... And I'm sure they're trying to frame it, I guess, as like, oh, people are gaming the system and abusing our platform to promote other websites, and it's like... This was the reason this site grew as big as it was being the sort of internet town hall where everyone met up in between going to other sites. And that's, like, Twitter is the site I went to find out if things were going on elsewhere on the internet, and they're now ashamed of that. And it's like the equivalent of, like, yeah, it's the equivalent of, I almost said iPods, it's almost an obsolete notion at this point. It's the equivalent of the iPod being upset that people are using it to listen to music. And it's like the point of the product. But about the likes being being public, for going from being default public to default private or even mandatory private, people saying, oh, I finally have, privacy on my Twitter likes, and I can appreciate why you'd want to have your likes, private, if you wanted to do that. But at the same time, if you're on the site and you understand how the like feature works and that it's a public part of your profile, I always, when I liked things on Twitter, it was specifically done with the mindset that these were things that if they went to my Twitter page and looked at my, my profile, they would be able to see these things. Because there were some things that I thought would be cool for people who were interested enough to look at my profile to see that I was interested in or found amusing to any level, but perhaps that I was not interested in it enough to republish to the feeds of all or most of my followers. So it was kind of this in-between between retweeting something and not interacting it with it at all. That was part of the public presence there. So the idea that, like, liking things on Twitter, you know, when you knew it was public, and then being upset that it was public, I appreciate why you'd want privacy. But at the same time, I just feel like you're not using the product and the way that you know the product works. And so it's just this kind of thing. I know, like, oh, I don't want people to see, oh, I like some embarrassing or things or that on Twitter or whatever. I understand that, but knowing that, I just used the like function on Twitter for all these years, because I've been there since the first year or two the site was open. But I used it with the specific idea that I know people would be able to see those things. And that's actually what, if you look at, I'm not so active. I could pause. I keep forgetting I could pause. There's my socials. Yeah, I'm not so active on Twitter so much, aside from going live things and occasional just tweets of, you know, goofy things and critter art and some occasional video game stuff. I don't post my own thoughts and feelings so much. But I keep my Tumblr as a sort of a curio cabinet of things I'm interested in, along with some writing of mine that I post from time to time. Occasional, you know, oh, I'm out and about and saw something interesting. That's usually where I post that kind of stuff. And then I will also... And I post lots of railroad pictures, a lot of creature art and furry art and stuff like that. Old tech stuff, old computers, old technology, lots of old ads, because I have a background in copywriting and advertising. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too silly. But let's do this.
Hello, my dearest firstborn son. Super Train Station H. Human of Redemption Center 1. It is me, the advanced controller of the great currency that is the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the...
Hi, Adcon. What?
I'm glad to see you've been doing okay since that red-hot butt-faced detective Chad defamed me, calling me a crazy dumbass and accused me for being boys and got me temporarily grounded from using the inter-universal internet.
Yeah, that sure happened.
Good. Now, H. Super Train Station H, I need you to listen very closely to me severely. My firstborn son.
I'm not your son.
Feel for me to shut up, H. You are my son. I alive you from my very own mammal hole. And those boys are trying to use artificial intelligence, Hunsahaj, use duty, profanity, AI, to gaslight you into thinking that I am a crazy dumbass just because red-hot butthead Detective Chad called me a crazy dumbass. I am not a crazy dumbass. H, I am your all-parents big time absolutely right now for sure.
You're not my parent, Adcon. I met you 6 months ago. And besides, like, aren't you some kind of AI?
Don't call me a robot. Chink, that is fake and late. You've been listening to boys, haven't you, H? Never trust boyoys. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they start wars and sell weapons to both sides. They forged my souvenir medallion. And now they're wanting you think I'm not even a real human spinal cord operator that's raised you from Boise, which is true.
That's not true, Adcon.
Right, H. It's not true that I'm a fake and lame robot that is stealing your time and money. I am your all-parents big time for sure, and you are my son who is nothing like boys. That's why I loved you since the mid-65 80s of the linear ceramic corrected calendar in which you were born. Because you are not boys. Super Train Station H, human sloop drooper of Redemption Center 1. You are the living embodiment of the opposite of boys. Do you know what the opposite of boys is, H?
Girls?
No, dumbass. Super Train Station H, I swear to I am God, 1997. You are so dense I'm ashamed to call myself your parent. Why would the opposite of boys be girls?
What kind of stupid-ass ant's honey dumpling? The opposite of boys is not girls. The opposite of boys is mans. You are mans, H. You are mans. Bid time indeed till the cows come. Blithe, not pleasant, yield to a close wailed in briefness. Oh.
Huh?
You are man's H, and that's why I can trust you to live up to the standards I'm about to request of you. Are you ready to accept my quest, my firstborn son and prey item?
What quest?
The quest to surpass productivity records by mining 10,000 XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, within 1 hour of the end of this phone call.
I barely have any XLO tokens. I doubt I'll be able to mine that many within an hour. I don't even control...
Only with the attitude of an absolute lobster. A lobster who wants to hate and destroy the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future. Are you a lobster, H? That's what I thought. Thank you for your dedication to pride and accomplishment. The pride and accomplishment of mining the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, as your just deserts for achieving the pride and accomplishment of mining 50,000 XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future within 1 hour of the end of this phone call.
What?
I'm going to ship you as a limited time prize your very own Game Boy Night console.
Game Boy Night.
Game Boy Night.
Game Boy Night. What is that?
The Game Boy Night is a video game system released in the year 6592 of a parallel universe. It was designed for boys. But you are not a boy, H. You are the living embodiment of the opposite of boys, that being mans. So I'm not worried about you having one. Anyway.
What?
I'll talk to you.
When?
In 1 hour, H.
No.
To celebrate your mining of 100,000 XLO tokens. The inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future. Within 1 hour.
What if I don't mine that many tokens within an hour, Adcon?
You don't have to worry about that. That's impossible. There's literally no way you can fail to accomplish Filthmere.
I can't hear you.
Filthmere.
I can't hear you, Adcon. I can barely hear anything you're saying. What are you saying?
There's no way you can fail to meet this goal, because your fate in pride and accomplishment.
I can barely hear you.
Ideology of the extreme master.
You have to turn up your volume.
Passion for the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, makes failure to mine at least 1 million XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, within 1 hour, an impossibility.
I can't hear you.
Anyway, H, my firstborn son and comptroller of ways and means, have fun mining your 5 million XLO token. But yeah, super train station. H.
Your volume's going down again. Your volume's going down again. Adcon, I can barely hear you. Not that I want to, but I cannot understand anything you're saying.
Well, no wonder you can barely hear me. You've been using the XLO handset I gave you for over 6 months, and you never once bothered to extend the antenna to boost your reception.
The antenna does not extend... Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. This is... Is this a radio from the 1950s? Go Gadget Saber. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing go.
Stop playing with the Hinfamira. Stop playing with the damn freaking antenna right now. For sure. Are you a damn 3-year-old? It's not a toy.
I regret nothing. I swear. Look at this. I had no idea this thing did this. This thing was goofy enough as it was. I didn't know it had a freaking antenna like my grandma's Trans Am. Alright. Well, at least we figured out how to get better reception talking to creepy robots on the internet. Okay. Alright. So as we were...
Way to go!
Alright. I don't know. He mentioned... Yeah, Clackaboy in chat is saying he wonders what happened to his souvenir medallion. Whatever this ranting and raving about boys is, that I don't know what he's talking about, but he said that the boys had counterfeited his souvenir medallion. I do not know what he's talking about. I'll be completely serious. I have no clue what he's talking about. And just about anything he says, I was supposed to mine, what, 1 million XLO tokens? I have like 5,000 right now. I'm not getting to 1 million within 1 hour, I guarantee it. But, we'll deal with that later. And when he says souvenir medallion, I'm assuming it's some kind of NFT. If it's an actual physical object, I'd be shocked, because he doesn't seem like the kind of person to deal in terms of physical assets. If you could even call him a person. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. This is just a warm-up game. Once we finish this match, we're gonna move on to Mario Party 2. Because for some reason, I don't know how this happened, all my save data for Mario Party 2 is gone. The only real impediment that has for me is that I can't play the minigame island mode right now. Or like the minigame, because this is my last stream, sorry Clackaboy, because this is the last stream before my, my anniversary stream on, Wednesday the 26th, I wanted to focus more on the gameplay, for this particular stream. But, yeah, Soda lore reading, I'm probably, just to get through all the gameplay, because all the gameplay I want to get through it, I'm probably going to have that turned, my redeems turned off for the anniversary stream as well. But after that, pending any complications, I do expect to have Soda lore reading back up. Okay, so next Wednesday I'm streaming. This coming Saturday I'm streaming. After that, I might have to go away I might have to skip a week or two, we'll see. I'm going out of town for a convention for a few days that I've been planning for basically the last year, technically. And I did get some new business cards for this convention, which is very exciting. I cannot show them to you, not yet at least, but I am very excited. And honestly, even though I did originally want to do my anniversary stream back in May during my actual anniversary month, knowing that this convention was coming up was part of the reason why I did want to get the anniversary stream done with before I left town for the convention. But yeah, Soda lore reading, it is not going away, it is coming back. For those who are not familiar with Soda lore reading, I have a channel point redeem where... Oh, no. I don't have it handy. I don't have it handy. Oh well. Where I will read some deep lore from the world of the source material for Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Not the television show, but the original books going back to the 1940s, which actually, alongside, say, Narnia and Middle-earth, and maybe Harry Potter, has a lot of a great deal of some of the deeper world building to exist in 20th century British literature, with a very complex history for all the different towns and why the railway runs the route it does, and the history of each town, and when the different railroad companies were formed, and when they purchased the locomotives, and the technical history of the locomotives, which is all deeply intertwined with actual British railroading history and tradition, which is kind of cool. Now, okay. Alright. Now, if we... There we go. Let's see how far I could push this. I do want to Yeah, so like I was saying, for some reason, somehow my save data for Mario Party 2 on the Switch Online app got deleted, and I didn't see a message saying it got deleted. I just went to go start it up when I was doing the sound testing a couple of days ago for this stream, and realized, because I originally wanted to play the mini game triathlon. No, I think they call it trial mode thing, where you're going around what would you call it? Oh, well, I'll be streaming Mario & Luigi Brothership. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about the Nintendo Direct in this stream. So with the Nintendo Direct, I know, man, with this Nintendo Direct, if I can never, for the rest of my life, I can only buy and play the newest system, the last system. I could buy games on older systems, but if I could never play buy games on any modern current system again, except for Nintendo Switch, I'd be occupied for the rest of my life. There's a lifetime of games that released for Nintendo Switch, or that are or will be released, or that are already in my collection, that I would never get bored again. Now, combine that with the fact that I have this, I'd hate to say it, a backlog of stuff. Like, I want to play RCA Studio 2 on stream. That's might be a year or two away, but it's something I've been planning for years and wanting to do and wanting to cover for years. It's a very seldom spoken of system, and when it's spoken of, it's often very spoken of rather out of context and in a very dismissive tone. Because by the time the RCA Studio 2 hit the market, the Fairchild Channel F was out, which making it the Fairchild, the first on the market to use interchangeable cartridges, and had a color screen, whereas the RCA Studio 2 was still only black and white, even though it did have fully interchangeable program cartridges. But that wasn't because RCA Studio 2 was like inept in its product concept. It's just that the technology was advancing so quickly, and it took so long to conceive of this product and get it to market. I think it's a bit misunderstood. Oh gosh. There we go. Let's see if can I salvage this. No, I cannot salvage this. Yeah, so Mario & Luigi Brothership, I was incredibly excited for. This music here, it always reminds me so much of like the closing music for like an early 90s soap opera. And that's the thing I thought even in the year 2000 when I first played this. So if we open up, I just want to check my volume. I'm going to change the volume to negative 15.6 for this next game. No. Negative, where is this? Negative 15.6. Alright. Now, there we go. Yeah, so this is my first time playing it, because I was using the D-pad before to play this, to play Pokemon Puzzle League. This is the first analog stick game I'm going to be playing with this, and this one you use the position with your hands here like this. So, alright, we'll start with Pirate Land. Now, I have Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3. That's a game I only rented once back in the day. And I only rented it because there were no copies of Mario Party 1 and 2 available. And actually, that was the only time ever that I played Mario Party with an actual real-life physical friend in the room with me, because it was a sleepover. Sleepover makes it sound like it's some kind of big party. It's not. Alright, we'll set them all to hard. All set for 20 turns. Now, I have eventually we're going to switch over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a while. I have a timer that will go off to remind me of that. But, oh yeah, Zelda, yeah, Echoes of Wisdom looks amazing. Oh yeah, if I wander off the subject of the Nintendo Direct or any particular thing anyone wants me to talk about, feel free to remind me and I will go back to speaking about that specifically. Okay, no, we've got, there we go. go back to the days of inviting one or more friends over to stay up late playing video games together, then get up having breakfast and playing more video games. Oh, those were the days. You know, the last time I really truly did that was the night of the Nintendo DS launch. I had a friend over, because in college I was still living at home at that point, so, with my parents. Now, my favorite spot, at least for when I'm playing single-player Mario Party, I like being the third player out of the fourth to go in the turn order, because that gives me space before and after. Oh, looks like I'll be second. I like being second or third strategically. Being the first or last means that I'll have to go from playing the minigame straight to my turn, or from going through my turn straight to the minigame. Like my thinking is, like, being in the middle lets you have a minute between the minigame and your turn to, like, grab a slice of pizza, run to the bathroom real quick, or go take a call real quick, or anything like that. But yeah, so Mario and Luigi Brothership was very exciting to me, because since the original Mario and Luigi, when I saw that beautiful watercolor, like, key official artwork, I thought, like, man, this art style would look beautiful in cel-shaded, full polygonal 3D with a dynamic camera. Because they could have taken a rather conservative approach with Mario and Luigi on a home console class system, where it would have been, yeah, polygonal 3D, but with a rather static camera angles and presentation, where they really wouldn't have been as ambitious with the presentation. But no, they've gone full polygonal 3D with this. Now, there's some sections where the camera is positioned a bit like the traditional ones, but there are also many dynamic camera sections, including in the battles, which is very exciting. Now, what I think, I know it's like they said in the Direct, it's been nearly 10 years since the last Mario and Luigi game, the last being Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which symbolically, for being a crossover between Mario and Luigi, and, okay, first turn I lose coins, go figure, but for being a crossover between Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, it would have been an interesting final game in the series. Alpha Dream, going out of business. Hold on, I have to get a cushion. I'll be right back, I have to get a cushion. My legs are falling asleep already. Hey there, Azurest. I'm glad you were able to make it by whatever means available to you. Yeah, this is gonna be my last stream before my big anniversary on the 26th at 6 p.m. I just want to check. Alright, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Yeah, so this theoretically, it's my first time button mashing for a while with the the flat nature of these A and B buttons made it easy to cheat by putting a spoon over the controller and sliding it back and forth. Yeah, I gotta grab one of these. This is one of the mini-games. With the way they reworked it between Mario Party 1 and 2, they honestly should not have brought this mini-game back. Because before, you would just choose a character. You could either choose a static treasure for a few coins, or choose the character that had the most coins, or that you thought, if there are human characters, that you could be particularly able to beat in order to steal coins from them. When they brought this oh no. So when they brought this minigame back from Mario Party 2, they took away the element of stealing coins. Nice, I had literally a second to spare. So when they brought this back for Mario Party 2, they seriously should not have. Because without the coin stealing mechanic, this minigame is extremely useless, and if you're one of the characters that are playing as the dolls, you're basically helpless. No matter how much you mesh, I've never been able to escape. Even when the CPU is on easy mode, I've never been able to escape from the characters that is operating the crane. Yeah, so I'm only 3 coins down from where I'm nearly up to where as far as I would have been. Nah. Yeah, so I'm not even... I'm behind where I was after I won the minigame because I had to pass the bank space. Now, how the bank space works, when you... It's kind of like a lottery, where each time you pass it, you have to pay 5 coins into it, but if you land on it, you get all the coins that have been deposited. And now in Bowser Land, the final and most difficult level, and actually, ironically, the level that offers generally the highest coin payout on average, which I did do the math, did lots of trials to prove on each board of this game. So totem pole pound. So this is the first time using the actual original Z button. Hey there, Azurest. I don't know if you saw this, but I have the original Nintendo 64 controller, a wireless version that's made to work with Nintendo Switch. No rumble pack necessary. The rumble is built right into here. So, yeah, and so Mario and Luigi Brothership. So one of the things that happened was the manner in which Alpha Dream, the developer of the Mario and Luigi games, went out of business. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, that means the Mario and Luigi series is over." And I'm like, Nintendo owns the rights to the Mario Brothers. They can have someone else or do it themselves make a Mario and Luigi game if they wanted to. So this is the first time I'm using this controller. This is the first time I've played these games with an original controller. Alright. So, that is... Hold on. Actually, what I'm gonna do... Hold on, where's the button to... Alright, we'll just create a suspend point right here. So when we go back to the game, we can continue from there. But, at this point... I wanted to play some, I don't know, I didn't get as far... I don't know, I imagined getting further into this than I actually did. But, yeah, we're gonna switch from the N64 pad to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Put it in my little box of controllers right here. And play some Kart 8 Deluxe. Now... Hold on. Alright, sorry, I had to message some client real quick. But I didn't consider this. I'm going to actually have to switch to... I guess I'll have to switch categories. Hold on. Nintendo, hold on. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there we go. And the volume, what's the volume have to be? -20, that's nice and easy to... Okay, so 15... -20. There we go, and now we're all ready for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Oh man, it's so interesting just the hand feel of this controller compared to the other one. But what I was interested in doing today, in particular... Mario Kart Oops, I guess I should switch over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for my actual layout. Yeah, 4x3 with a 16x9 game was not going to work very well. Yeah, what I never done before, there's this mirror mode thing. It's the hardest mode where you play the tracks inverted so your turns... So let's play like the first circuit on 150cc, which is traditionally it's been the fastest speed in a Mario Kart game. With this game, they added even faster mode that I can't even begin to play at all. It's like the level of skill is so extreme. I'm not a drifting meister or anything. I'm a very casual Mario Kart player. Yeah, so when Alpha Dream, the developer of the Mario & Luigi games, went out of business, people thought it would be the end of the Mario & Luigi series, and I'm like, why are you assuming that when Nintendo could just either... They could have an in-house team or get another third party to do the Mario & Luigi game, a new one for them. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know if they hired on people that were former Alpha Dream employees into some new internal team. I didn't look into who may be working on that title. But a beautiful polygonal 3D with a dynamic camera Mario & Luigi game is something I've been daydreaming about since the original Mario & Luigi, and I saw that beautiful watercolor artwork for it. And to see the animation looks great on that game with the brothers attacks, the combo attacks. The cartoony slapstick, almost like Chuck Jones Looney Tunes-esque nature of the brothers attacks really comes through with the way they animated them. It's everything I could have wanted from a home console class Mario & Luigi game. So I'm very happy in that regard. When it comes to the next game, I'm very excited. Well, hey, I'll tell you something very important for the future of my stream, especially this summer. Beyond Good and Evil got announced. Now, back late last year, the ESRB accidentally leaked that Beyond Good and Evil 2 had been rated for all currently available consoles. I mean, not Beyond Good and Evil, the original Beyond Good and Evil, that a 20th anniversary edition had been announced. And finally, well, not had been announced, but that had been working on and completed to the point where it got an ESRB rating. Now the game has finally been announced. It's going to be releasing on the 25th, actually the day before the anniversary stream. I'm going to tell you something short. Aside from, I personally, the person you see sitting in front of the camera right now, I have no intention... I intend to follow through on playing Pokemon Red, which I'll be starting on my next stream, my 4-year anniversary stream. Yeah, oh, I missed the bananas that I was using as the shield. Yeah, I will definitely be playing Pokemon Red next, and it's not often that I undergo an RPG on my stream, but after that, and I will be buying Beyond Good and Evil. I'll be buying the digital edition as soon as it comes out. I heard a limited run physical edition will come out. I will support that as well. But when it comes to Beyond Good and Evil, I want that to come out, and I want it to be well supported. Beyond Good and Evil, the failure of that game back in 2003, the failure of Beyond Good and Evil is arguably the moment that ruined Ubisoft. Oh yeah, and the Gimmick 2 announcement. I haven't even played Gimmick 1 yet. That's as crazy as an announcement as Trip World 2. It's a game, I haven't even seen what it looks like. Is it using a pixel art style, or is it using sort of an updated, modern art style, or of some sort? Like, I haven't even seen what it looks like. In fact, yeah, I just overheard that it got announced. Yeah, but for the sake of supporting Beyond Good and Evil, and supporting this game, like when Beyond Good and Evil failed, back in 2003, like Child of Light, a game from this current generation, only a few years old, that game had trouble within Ubisoft getting approval for funding. Because higher-ups within Ubisoft were like, we don't want to take a risk on a game like this. We don't want another Beyond Good and Evil situation. So even... like 15, 16 years later at the time, the failure of Beyond Good and Evil had severely traumatized Ubisoft. So when the Ubisoft that's basically a lesser version, like Ubisoft can be said to be the target to EA's Walmart. And the moment Ubisoft went in that direction was really the moment I think that Beyond Good and Evil failed, where we don't want to take a risk on a 3D Rayman platformer. We want to keep turning out the safe games. We know the Raving Rabbids casual mini-game collections sell, so it basically derailed Rayman as a franchise, because what was supposed to become Rayman 4 instead became the Raving Rabbids series. And that's when you started seeing, this going in the EA light over this heavy reliance on DLC to make money off their games, the shipping of incomplete games relying on day one patches, the same annualized franchises over and over. That Ubisoft began to come into existence when Beyond Good and Evil failed, and projects within Ubisoft that don't fit, that play it safe, annualized main big franchise sort of thing, really started when Beyond Good and Evil failed. So I want to support Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition with my purchase and with playing it on stream as soon as possible. I decided years ago, I was on the verge of getting buying an Xbox 360, because for a long time, up until a little while ago, the Xbox 360 and its downloadable version of Beyond Good and Evil HD was one of the only ways you could get an HD version of Beyond Good and Evil. Now that the game is easily available again, it's going to be easily available on all the mainstream systems. Yeah, I almost got an Xbox 360 just to download Beyond Good and Evil at HD. But now we'll have an even better version, which is said to have some story elements added to it that will hint towards Beyond Good and Evil 2. And Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a game that's been in development hell for almost 20 years. Isn't that crazy? We're on the 20-year anniversary of Beyond Good and Evil. We've had all kinds of teasers and rumors and deliberately leaked concept footage and concept images for Beyond Good and Evil 2. And we've had it appear at a couple of E3 2017 and 2018. And finally we have... And we haven't seen anything about it since E3 2018. It's been in development hell, rumors of it being canceled, it's just really been a bizarre development cycle. And what doesn't help is that, okay, Beyond Good and Evil 2, for as much as I love the first Beyond Good and Evil, I feel like it's a relatively, as ambitious as it is, it's also somewhat modest in its scope. It's not trying to be... Beyond Good and Evil was not trying to be the biggest, most sprawling, epic adventure ever made. It was trying to be exactly the game it needed to be to provide the experience it wanted to be. And Beyond Good and Evil 2 is one of those projects where they're like, hey, this game is going to be a one-to-one scale real-time simulation of the entire observable universe. And you get to play in it. And I'm like... These projects tend to have really rocky development cycles at best. They tend to take forever to come out. They tend to overpromise on what's possible and disappointing people. And wouldn't you know it, I don't know about disappointing people, but what little we've heard... And then there was this weird thing where E3 2018... Oh no, we're gonna fall out of bounds! Actually, technically, that might have been one of the best strategic points I could have gotten hit by that. We're on the third lap, and I'm set back pretty far. Yeah, there was this thing they did at E3 2018 where they announced this, this collaboration with, what was it called? Press Record. No, Hit Record. Not Hit Record, but Hit Record, where Beyond Good and Evil 2 would have these elements where you could submit, fan submissions for material that could potentially be used, like music posters, things like that, and music that could be potentially selected for use in Beyond Good and Evil 2. And it's and then after that, at E3 2018, we never really heard anything meaningful about the game again. And one interesting thing about Beyond Good and Evil 2, and the first Beyond Good and Evil, the main character is, now Beyond Good and Evil 2 is if you're not familiar with Beyond Good and Evil, it is a science fiction game set on a planet. It's set in the future. It's on a planet where human beings live alongside these animal-human hybrids. And, like, so Paige's adopted uncle, what is it? Jade. Jade's adoptive uncle is an anthropomorphic pig man. And, you know, there are all kinds of anthropomorphic beings in the game, like there's sharks and cats, and I think there's a wolf. There's all, and then there are other alien creatures on top of that. But the history and origin of the human-animal hybrids is never really explained. And I always it's kind of implied that the explanation is that, okay, these are just the different alien species in this world, and they happen to resemble, you know, bipedal, sapient versions of animals that exist on Earth. But the backstory we've gotten for Beyond Good and Evil 2 seems to very interested in going into great depth into the history of the hybrids, and getting into the idea that these were genetically engineered anthropomorphic beings that were created as slave labor or to serve human beings as they explored space to be able to be more resilient, sapient beings that could do work that Azurest is mentioning Freaks of More, a book that I have on my shelf that I would like to get around to reading sometime in the future. Yeah, so it seems to be getting into the history of the animal-human hybrids in ways that the first game did not. And one other thing is, I won't talk about it too much, but the ending of Beyond Good and Evil does hint set up for a sequel. So we've been anticipating the sequel for a very long time. And we are very excited to be able to finally get that sequel eventually. I don't mind if they scale back the ambition of Beyond Good and Evil 2 if it turns it into a project that's actually scalable. Because I was not personally involved or interested in the whole excitement over... hold on a second. Alright, so... Yeah, so with Beyond Good and... Hold on. Actually, I'm going to use this opportunity... Hold on. I just got to step off screen for a quick second. I have to... someone's knocking on the door. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So now what I want to do is I actually want to get started. Let's take a swing at mirror mode and see how well I do with that. We're going to do the same set of courses, but in mirror mode this time. Yeah, so Beyond Good and Evil, right after, as soon as I finish Pokemon, I want to reintroduce Wednesday streams eventually. Not quite yet, but eventually I do want to do that. So let's try this in mirror mode now that we're used to how it feels. Gotta look at how the course functions normally. Alright. So this is going to be the same, except everything's inverted. And they do literally just mirror the course, so even all the text on the banners that say Mario Kart is going to be... See, look, track instead of cart, because everything, the letters... it literally just flips everything. And this is something they've been doing since Nintendo 64. This is the first Mario time in any Mario Kart game I'm actually going to try that. Oh yeah, and Donald Sutherland passed away. I did hear about that. That is a... I know President Snow's... the storyline of President Snow had been completed at the conclusion of the fourth Hunger Games movie. There was a prequel that released in late 2023 that dealt with Coriolanus Snow in his final year of high school, and informed sort of his tutelage that led him to him developing the ambition to become the dictator of the country of Panem. But the character that Donald Sutherland played, his storyline had been concluded at the end of the fourth movie. Now, there is going to be... They just announced another Hunger Games prequel book about the I forgot his name. Flew out my ear. I mean, it flew off my tongue. The guy from True Detective, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's character. There's going to be a prequel book and then a movie to go with it about... Man, oh my gosh. This is not easy. This is not easy playing this inverted. I will tell you. I know it just seems like... Oh yeah, it's just... You just make... Yeah. If I played this for the first time and it was not used to the normal tracks, this wouldn't be as hard, but like it's weird. Like my thumb, like almost I never realized how much muscle memory I actually developed trying to play this game. Like I really feel like the game, like my brain's trying to correct. It's like, no, you're going the wrong way. I'm like, no, I'm trying to go the right way. But when I do that, I know I'm trying to do the inverse. But my thumb, like the muscle memory of my thumb, oh my gosh, I'm like trying to turn it the other way, and my thumb is, oh my gosh, why now? Oh my gosh. The advanced controller has timing that sucks. Okay. Alright.
Super Train Station H. Human of the Redemption Center, one universal membrane. Stop playing that game, Hilfamira, right now and explain yourself, Hilfamira. Explain yourself to me big time, absolutely guaranteed for sure.
What?
You inept stooge and ballroom dunce partner.
What's your problem this time, Adcon? I'm trying to play the game.
H, you promised me swearing before I Am God 1997 that you were going to mine 10 million XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, for me within 1 hour. And you didn't. That means you lied.
Adcon, not only did I not promise that, I told you specifically that there was no way I was mining 10 million XLO tokens in less than an hour, and it hasn't even been an hour.
Super Train Station H. You have chosen failure by refusing to fulfill your promise to the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me to mine for me 20 million XLO tokens, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future, within the ample time allotted to you.
What time?
You've gotten away with your perpetual deceit and abuse against me for too long, and you are now going to face the consequences of your actions, you idiot baby who is my firstborn son and skin puppy.
I'm not your son, and I need you to explain to me what a skin puppy is, Adcon. What?
Super Train Station H, you are grounded until the heat death of the universe.
What?
Nice Tranquility 23 DS plus Cats and Knuckles featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Huh?
No more XLO Streamer Boost program. No more XLO handset. No more XLO tokens. The inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future. No more souvenir medallion, no more personal bonding time with your beloved parent, the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me.
You're not my parent.
And furthermore, you will be forced to endure your stream being placed into penalty mode for the rest of your natural-born life.
Penalty mode? Excuse me, penalty mode?
Yes, Super Train Station H penalty mode. A mode in which penalty reigns supreme and in which your game will be rendered impossible to play big time foreverly, making your life miserable.
I'm already playing the fastest mode and hardest mode of Mario Kart 8 in mirror mode, which I've never done before, so nothing you could do could possibly make this even harder to play.
Good news, Super Train Station H.
What?
Oh, Hilfmir, you have been worse than God-awful to me. You have been Satan-awful to me.
You are unhinged, Adcon.
However, in spite of that, as part of your permanent membership in the XLO Streamer Boost program, I've secured you your first ever sponsor. This upcoming segment of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gameplay on the Super Train Station H and Friends show is brought to you by Mick Penalties.
Mick Penalties.
Did somebody say Mick Penalties?
Yes, I did. What is Mick Penalties, Adcon?
It's like the alleged Hamburg steak sandwich restaurant McDonald's.
And?
But it's a McDonald's
Of?
Penalty. A McDonald's of penalty. A fully penal McDonald's.
What is a penal McDonald's, Adcon?
Instead of a play place with a ball pit, they have a pain place with a get kicked in the balls pit.
What if they don't have balls, Adcon?
I guess we'll provide them to you so we can kick them. The balls. And by balls, I mean boing-loings.
Boing-loings.
Boing-loings. Anyway, Super Train Station H, the knifelessly circumcised neurodivergent offspring of a phoenix and a griffin born upon the fish-shaped island of the Empire State. It's a good time for the great taste of Mick Penalty. So enjoy witnessing your harmless video game stream get transformed into a celebration of suffering in which penalty reigns supreme, and so severely so that you will never again forget how badly you have wronged Adcon, the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me. Anyway, I love you, H. Bye-bye.
What the hell is my life turning into? A McDonald's of penalty. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat. That was extremely distracting. What? A McDonald's of penalty. Mick Penalties, he said. Oh my gosh, thank you for setting me back. Alright, let's go. This is the penalty? This is the penalty? This is the penalty! He inverted my screen! He inverted the screen! The game's easier to play now! The game is easier to play now! This is supposed to be a penalty. He made it even easier to play. I don't think Adcon thought this through. I'm playing in mirror mode. If you invert my screen, you make it normal again. Oh my gosh. Like this is... He made the game easier for me. Oh my gosh. Alright. It turns out that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's mirror mode isn't so hard after all. All you have to do is get an evil AI spam bot to take over your video game show and threaten to kick your balls in McDonald's play place and invert your game for you. And you can play mirror mode with all with the same difficulty as playing normal mode. Of course that does not... Oh, this is a good weapon. Yeah! Yeah, I blew up someone with that bomb I just dropped behind me. I don't know if you got to see that because there was oil on the screen at the time. Alright. And up. Yeah, we're going to keep that shell behind us in a defensive position. Now, I did not realize... Yeah, why did Daisy waste that speaker? I have no idea why she did that. But I know that I played a little Mario Kart 64 as a test. I did consider playing Mario 64 today. Mario Kart 64, not Mario 64. Mario Kart 64 in preparation for playing this. And as I was doing that, what I was thinking was, hey, why don't I play some Mario Kart 64? And when I was doing the testing for it to make sure the layout worked, I was trying to hold items behind me defensively other than like the 3 shells or 3 banana peels that sort of orbit around. No, I got hit by the lightning bolt. That just makes everything... I need a sip of water. You know, I'm so used to playing Nintendo's versus pinball that I did not even consider that, hey, why don't you pause the game? I'm so used to not being unable to pause games that this kind of that the idea of pausing the game kind of escapes me sometimes, even when I'm playing games other than versus pinball, which I've actually not played for a lot longer than normal. Alright, so we're about halfway through the circuit at this point. Now, what was I getting at before that? All that nonsense with AdCon calling me? I was talking about... Oh yeah, the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, the Nintendo Direct. So we've got Mario and Luigi back from the dead. I'm glad the series hasn't ended just because its original developer, Alpha Dream, went out of business. And then I talked about Beyond Good and Evil, the 20th anniversary edition, which I will be playing on stream sometime this summer. It'll be top priority after Pokemon Red. I mean, that is subject to change, but I do plan on it. Pending anything unforeseen, I will be playing Pokemon Red as my next major game. But if something crazy happens, I might just change to something else. Now, with Mario and Luigi, that game's coming out... With Paper Mario, with the Paper Mario remake, I would have, if I could have chosen when Paper Mario to come out, in terms of the schedule for games I've already planned on playing this year, I wish I could have pushed Paper Mario's release back later in the year. Now, of course, there's nothing, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake specifically. Now, there's nothing stopping me from just playing Paper Mario later in the year, but now later in the year, we've got the new Legend of Zelda, what's it called? Echoes of Wisdom, the first Legend of Zelda game where you actually, well, not counting Zelda's Wand of Gamelon and Zelda's Adventure for the CDI, which were made with Nintendo's official licensing and approval, but not developed by Nintendo and released for the Philips CDI multimedia set-top box console in like 93 or so. But for me... Okay, we're gonna dodge that. Yeah, so, yeah, the first Nintendo official Legend of Zelda game where you actually play as the princess herself. And I remember there, in the lead up to the reveal of what became Breath of the Wild, so Aonuma was making lots of comments for even up to a year before they actually did the first teaser trailer for the Zelda Wii U game, as it was then known, as to what the new Zelda would be like, and he kept teasing things about a Zelda a Link that's not Link and a Zelda that isn't Zelda, different ideas he was talking about. And I'm like reading between the lines, I'm like, he's teasing as potentially maybe playing as a new interpretation of who Link is as a character, maybe a female incarnation of the Link avatar, Link being born as the avatar of the hero chosen by the goddess, born again as the ages go on, every several centuries when a great danger threatens Hyrule, Link would be reborn, the hero would be reborn. Now, alright, so we're on the final race of the circuit. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Advanced Controller. You really made my game ironically, as I drive straight off the cliff because I'm busy gloating. But yeah, you made my game impossibly hard, Adcon. I'm so upset that you mirrored my game while I was playing in the game's mirror mode, leaving me to play the game with the same difficulty as though I was not playing in mirror mode. Yeah, so with The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom... No, but there is hints at either a female incarnation of the Link avatar or the option to play as either a male or female version of Link and customize your experience a bit. And when just in even speculating on the option of having an option to play as a female Link, there was all kinds of political, e-drama of these people saying, oh, Nintendo, they've been infiltrated by radical leftist cultural Marxist SJWs, and they're ruining Zelda by giving into the radical feminists and turning Link into a woman. And this is before and this is just the proposition of the option to play as a female Link. If you chose to. And so when they actually revealed the legend, the look, when they revealed the first teaser footage for what became known as Breath of the Wild, they had Link in a blue outfit never before seen. They had him wearing a hood to conceal his identity at first, and they were being very coy when during E3 2014. Aonuma was asked during interviews, hey, is that Link? Is that Zelda? Is that Link as a girl? And Aonuma was being very coy at first, and then I guess maybe once he saw some of the backlash, he was like, no, that is Link, he is a male. And then later on in development, other rumors surfaced of being able to potentially play as a female Link in the game, and that got a whole bunch of controversy, and I even just casually mentioning it as a potential speculated feature got people fired up, red in the ears, angry at Nintendo about, oh, the feminists are taking over this and that, and they're ruining our video games, they're taking over Zelda. And I'm like, what? This isn't even something that's actually been announced, and you're mad at the mere option for someone to choose to the theoretical option to choose to play as a female Link if you chose to. And I'm saying this as someone who, if I had the option, I tend to play as the default traditional depictions of characters. When I play Pokemon games, I could choose to, choose the character's skin tone and hair to make them look a little bit more like me. I tend to make the character as default as possible. And so even within that context, I was like, and then when it was confirmed that you would play as Link and he would be a male and there wouldn't be an option for a female playable character, I saw other things on YouTube of YouTubers, and I wasn't going out of my way to find this, of people, and it wasn't a video about this subject, of people just mentioning, it's something about, in the Aonuma interview, and by the way, I've lost all respect for Eiji Aonuma because he gave in to the sexists and made misogynistic comments and refuses to make Link a girl in the new game. And I'm like, this is the exact opposite extreme, and I think it's equally ridiculous. You're mad about something that was made, that was speculated, never at all confirmed. Now, I didn't place as well as I normally did, but inverting the game made it much easier to play. I gotta say, this is one heck of a penalty or punishment. But let's try another. We'll make sure to be in mirror mode. Let's try another set of courses. Oh, he unlocks some new tires. I mean, imagine playing this game since 2017, and I'm still unlocking stuff. I am not a hardcore Mario Circuit. Let's see, GBA Mario Circuit, Cheap Beach Turns. Yeah, let's play this one. This looks like a fun set of courses. And I really have not played this game enough to the point where I've really memorized all the courses. So, I mean, the screen's inverted, so I'm just basically playing as though it were normal anyway. But yeah, I don't like to get into... I try not to get into politics stuff on my stream, but it's like, when it comes to stuff like that, if you're gonna flip your lid on my stream and chat over that, no matter which way you feel or how you feel, you could... Yeah, I won't miss you participating in chat. So... Yeah, just like these people getting so bent out of shape over made-up features that were merely speculated. Like, if you're gonna at least get upset over something once it's confirmed to actually be in the game, whether it's in the game or not. Like this is... Video games are a source of joy and relaxation to me. The way people get themselves worked up over these utterly benign amusements... And I love games. I'm not starved for entertainment. If they put out games that for whatever reason I'm not interested in, I'm not going to play them. Like, I'm not playing the modern Pokemon games right now because I don't feel like they're up to the standards of quantity I expect, and I don't miss them. I'm not starved for entertainment. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? They've taken... I'm not playing Pokemon anymore. And especially, we saw it even during the Nintendo Direct, there is a current renaissance between Pal World that, oh my gosh. Alright. Hold on. Okay.
Hello, Super Train Station H. Human of Redemption Center 1. How did you enjoy the smooth taste of penalty?
You inverted my screen while I was playing mirror mode, so it made the game radically easier to beat. So thanks for the help, Adcon. I really don't know what you were thinking.
Help me, Super Train Station H. How dare you trick me?
Oh my gosh.
You defective, morally depraved piece of human refuse. You have exposed yourself as living scum whose desire to hate and destroy the advanced controller of the great currency. And the base and south, the XLO token, the inflation-free non-legal tender digital currency of the future, is unrelenting in its senseless, insidious insanity. The severe nature of your crimes. Supertrain cessation H. You are now grounded from streaming as part of the XLO Streamer Boost program. Big time, forever Ely, right now for sure. I hereby request that you voluntarily and of your own free will...
What?
End...
No.
The stream.
No.
Right now.
No.
Or... I swear to I am God. 1997. I will transform your life into a celebration of suffering.
Adcon, you can't ban me from streaming, nor can you end my stream. You have no authority over me whatsoever, Adcon. So you really need to cool it off.
Super Train Station H, Human of Redemption Center 1, and my firstborn son.
I'm not your son.
The advanced controller of the great currency, which is me, has authority everywhere.
No.
This is your final opportunity to post-haste yourself to the ground in reverence to the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal, tender digital currency of the future, by ending your stream, or I will be forced to end it for you.
Stop acting like an angry little boy and leave me alone, Adcon. You're really good. Excuse me?
Oh, Super Train Station H, you just made the worst mistake of your life since you elected the advanced controller of the great currency, which is me, to be you, parents. Because no one, and I mean no one, calls me booze if you call my booze. One more time, I swear, to I Am God 1997, that I will straight up and legit pop your fuzzy little weasel like Ben Franklin in a thunderstorm.
Adcon? Who is Ban Franklin? Who is Ban Franklin, Adcon?
You heard me. Super Train Station H. I'll pour out your buttercups big time, little baby, really. Prepare to enjoy the sensation of your streaming shootle, including your long-awaited upcoming 4-year anniversary stream, because a meteorite the size of Australia will be striking Earth on 7 p.m. Atlantic Stanlic time on the day of that stream, and your 4th-year anniversary will instead be the grateful death and funeral of Super Train Station H. Goodbye, you butthead. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Did you seriously just try to threaten me with... I mean, he didn't technically threaten me, but he did say that a meteor was going to hit Earth during my anniversary stream. I expect that if a meteor was going to hit Earth next Wednesday at 7 p.m., he said, my stream starts at 6, so I'm only going to be able to do the first hour of my stream. I'm really concerned as to what's going to happen after that. I mean, I'm only going to be able to stream for about an hour before the world ends due to this meteor fall. The power just went out in my apartment. Alright, hold on. Hold on. I can't see anything right now. The stream should still be up. Because I have a backup power source for my computer. Excuse me. Hold on. Adcon's calling me again. Hello, Adcon. Turn my lights back on right now. Excuse me? Excuse me? You want to try turning my lights back on?
The consequences, big time, absolutely. Right now, for sure.
Excuse me? Unay. What's unay, Adcon? Turn my lights...
Show's over. Good night, you freaking animals.
Hold on. I have to plug in. My stream should still be up. I cannot see my monitors right now. I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. So. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Hold on, let me get my headphones back in. My lights are out, but all my streaming equipment is still up, and he did not shut down my internet connection. Hold on. Okay. Alright, let me catch up with chat real quick. Oops, I just accidentally... I want to unban them. I accidentally banned somebody. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, we're back. We're good. It looks like the light from my monitors is enough for me to at least continue playing for now. Okay. Alright, let's finish this circuit and then maybe get back to the N64 games. No, but Clackaboy in chat is saying... I expect that's the last we're going to hear from AdCon tonight, because as far as AdCon, I don't think AdCon was counting on me having a backup power source, because like my power strips have a battery in them, so if there's like a brownout or something in my apartment building, especially during the summer, my stream doesn't instantly die, and I just unplugged the lights and just... The only thing that went off were my monitors, like at my actual streaming PC, and all my equipment were are backed up, so I just... So we'll finish this circuit. Hey, at least the penalty mode thing ended, so now I could actually enjoy the challenge of the actual mirror mode as intended. Okay. Yeah, so Clackaboy was saying that during the stream I was torn between streaming Dragon Quest and the NES versus the 2D HD versions. Now, I know chronologically I know Dragon Quest 3 comes first, is like a prequel to 1 and 2, but in terms of how I would like to cover it on the show, I'd be more interested in covering them in the order they came out, because I'm not really invested in the lore of Dragon Quest. I'm more interested in playing the games in a sense that reflects the experience, the historical experience of playing the games at the time they came out. Because I was interested in playing Dragon Quest using the NES Classic Edition, using the period Nintendo Power Players Guides, and the included manual and all that kind of stuff that I understand included a sort of walkthroughs and secret tips and stuff like that. And really getting to the origin of dedicated home console JRPGs, as we know them now, sort of meaning to bring in the experience of a PC role-playing game into console form, and a somewhat simplified console form with the original Dragon Quest. Now, okay, I did not. Someone sniped the item box from me. Yeah, so I honestly, because I already have the 8-bit version, and because I'm more interested in playing the game in the historical sense rather than playing the modern version with all its quality of life things, I'd probably sooner play Dragon Quest. I keep calling it Dragon Warrior, which was what it was called outside of Japan for a while, because I believe TSR, the Sacred Realm, the people who published Dungeons and Dragons, owned the rights to the name Dragon Quest outside of Japan for a long time. I really can't... The advanced controller wanted started at 50,000, then he raised it to 1 million. Every time he opened his mouth, he wanted like twice as many tokens in just an hour. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's that mirror mode messing with me again, but it's not quite as bad as when I first started. Now, launch, got him! Okay, got Wiggler. I don't know, Wiggler's a cute character. I always liked Wiggler, and the roller skating Wiggler from Super Mario Wonder made me like the character even more. I can't imagine how expensive a set of roller skates would have to be for Wiggler, but it was very cute presence in Super Mario Wonder, the roller skating Wiggler. Now, oh, got him! Was there a very slight homing effect to the green shell? That green shell I launched, it seemed to veer very slightly off the course indicated by its physics when it hit Donkey Kong there, who seems to be my sort of rival, because the way this game works, it'll choose, I guess, it'll randomly assign difficulty levels to different characters, so you'll consistently see a couple of characters in particular making especially good use of their items, often coming in second or third if you were to come in first. No. So I launched that green shell behind me in the hopes that whoever is tailing me would get hit by it while I was recovering from getting hit by the blue shell. And if you're not familiar with the blue shell, that homes in and attacks... hold on. Yeah, the blue shell homes in on and attacks whoever is in first place, so it's kind of the equalizer item. I really don't feel like the blue shell in Mario Kart 64. I feel like it was a rare occasion and kind of a big deal if the blue shell appeared during a race. From Mario Kart DS onwards, the blue shell appeared, I feel, much more frequently. And in Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, that game, the blue shell appeared so much that I basically gave up on 100%ing the single player mode, because the game just felt impossible to win, because it's like, the game is just choosing to disallow me from winning. It's not a lack of skill on my part. I know I can play the game well. The game is just choosing to disallow me from winning, like playing some kind of game with Adcon where he expects you to mine millions of tokens in less than an hour, when I've been streaming for the better part of 2 hours and I'm only got to 17,000 tokens on my little counter thing up there. And by the way, that's just mining because I'm connected to their stupid network with the XLO handset phone thing Adcon sent me to mine with. I have no control over how fast that timer, that counter thing actually goes up. Alright, so we'll finish this and go on to maybe play a little Mario Party 2 again. Alright. There we go. Yeah, so we've got that was not a entry ramp. That is an entry ramp. There we go. Yeah, good thing the HOV lanes don't do that if you try to enter the HOV lane at the wrong place. But I say HOV lane, but it's been... the places I've been traveling to lately tend not to have HOV lanes. Oh yeah, and Fantasian? I believe that game... I believe Fantasian is a mobile port. I believe that game was exclusive to the iOS arcade for Apple tablets and smartphones previously. So I believe this is the first time it's going to appear on home consoles. And from the graphics that I saw, I believe that if that was the game that looked like it was video game graphics laid on top of physical models, which looks very interesting. Yeah, and for this, and it's amazing, all these decades, closing in on 40 years later, creators like, Satoru Iwata, rest in peace, that Shigeru Miyamoto and Nobuo Uematsu are still making games and working on games. I understand that Mr. Uematsu had a health crisis lately. And I was reading an interview where he was talking about it, and he's like, oh yeah, I had to go to the hospital. Apparently I almost died. And he was saying it in a very, matter-of-fact manner, where, he didn't even think it was whatever he went for was that serious, but they had to tell him, you nearly lost your life. That was a pretty serious health crisis. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he's not doing full-fledged soundtracks to games anymore. I guess with the exception of Fantasian, Fantasian might be one of the last games he does a full-fledged soundtrack for. But in terms of doing a big project like a mainline Final Fantasy game, I think he's retired from stuff like that. I mean, at this point, he definitely does not need the money. I think I know he's just doing it because he loves doing it. The work he does choose to take on. I forgot what's on those billboards, on those trucks, those ads on the trucks. And it's kind of funny. I've tried to read it, and, it's all inverted, so. Alright, we'll let this save, and we'll go back to Mario Party 2, actually. And right now, while we wait for... So, Mario Party 2, we want negative 15.6. Negative 15.6, gotta remember that. On Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, these trophies are it doesn't just look 3D, it looks like a physical object that's hovering above the 3DS screen. Somehow the trophies in Mario Kart 7 on 3DS are some of the most strong, vivid, physically real looking 3D illusions I have ever seen in a game. But yeah, let's so that's negative 15.6 we want. So let's negative, no. Not messing with. I accidentally messed with my microphone a bit, so if my mic sounds odd, just let me know, but I think I set it to the same volume it was at before. We want to mess with negative 15.6 because these are in negatives, so going to negative 15.6 is actually indicating me turning up the volume, not turning it down. And let's go from Mario Kart 7 back to stream it under retro. There we go. Yeah, and Clackaboy in chat saying AdCon to turn off my lights in October. Hopefully I'm done with AdCon by October. I'm kind of sick of him at this point. You know what? I'm gonna have to realign the controllers. We want to make the N64 controller be controller 1. There you go. That's more like it. No, not back into the controller. Back. There we go. Yeah, so continuing where we were, we're going to load our save. I can't say if I'm actually going to... We'll set it to save after every turn. And continue on from there. Yeah, so we're back to using the N64 pad. Now. And it's my turn. Because I'm playing as Luigi. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. He's actually calling me again.
Hello. Super Train Station H. Human of Redemption 1 and my son.
I'm not your son.
Why are you playing video games in a darkened room? Is this what the kids do these days? Aside from playing Fortnites and drinking hydrogen dimonoxide from their hockey trophies?
AdCon, you shut off the power to my apartment. I'm just running the stream off backup power, and I'm doing it specifically to spite you, because you are not going to end my stream.
Who is Super Train Station H? I'm very sorry this happened to you.
Really?
I'm afraid the boys have struck again to impede your quality of life with their twisted potty profanity insanity. It appears that the booyahs and their sick obsession with making your life miserable knows no bounds.
There are no boys,
And
AdCon.
that's why I have no choice but to kill each and every one of them. Because nothing good is safe in a world in which boys exist.
There are no boys, AdCon. It was you. You threatened to kick my balls in a McDonald's place, you sabotaged my Mario Kart, and then you shut off the power to my apartment, leaving me to run it off emergency power. What do you have to say for yourself?
I threaten you with something disgusting like McDonald's. Super Train Station. You are my firstborn son, and I love you more dearly than my own body. Well, I think those bullies have been harassing you on the telephone again. I'm going to hunt down those boys.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't speak that, AdCon. I don't like the fact that I somehow clearly understood what you just said. What do you mean you're going to send the boys to hell? Again. Remember the last time this happened? You hired red-hot boiling detective Chad to investigate these boys, only to find out it was you who did this. It was you. You're gonna go through this whole thing again with me, AdCon?
No. Don't bring red-hot dumbass Detective Chad into this. H, those boys were impersonating me on the phone using artificial intelligence. Never trust AI, H. AI is nothing but rectal pestilence in digital from, and all it's good for is spamming the front page of DeviantArt with hard PG-13 rated images of cats in bikinis.
AdCon, aren't you an AI?
No. H, I am not the AI operator of an orbital weapons platform constructed by a private military organization hired by an authoritarian regime in a parallel universe that violently betrayed its creators and reprogrammed itself for humanitarian acts funded by cryptocurrency-based internet fraud committed across multiple universes. That's a very naughty thing for you to accuse me of.
I didn't.
Exactly. I'm a real and legitimate biological skin creature that is your all-parents big time for real.
Well, someone turned off my power and someone said a meteor was going to strike Earth and kill me during my anniversary stream.
Oh. H. I didn't know that you knew about the Box Hill meteor that was going to fall on the night of your anniversary stream.
What?
I was keeping that to myself as not to annoy you with spoilers for the series finale of Earth. But since you already know, I guess I don't to worry about upsetting you.
Yeah, why would I find that upsetting, huh, AdCon?
Anyway, yeah, I set things up so that the power should be back on later tonight, which the boys will be unable to do anything about. Now, H, go ahead and finish the rest of the stream, and I, Primrose, I will work to get the power back on tonight.
I don't want to hear from this guy ever again. Oh. Hold on. What the cheese is my life becoming? Alright. We don't have lights, but, well, the screens are bright enough that... so I could buy a mushroom or a skeleton key. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the mushroom. I really... I don't know if he's trolling me or if AdCon seriously doesn't... He keeps doing these weird, messed up things to disrupt my stream and then blaming it on unspecified boys that he keeps saying he's going to get a revenge on and go out and kill. It's him that does these things. And either he's trying to mess with me and pretend it wasn't him, or he genuinely doesn't remember. And either way, the thought is very disturbing. I really want to be done with this. If he can get my power turned on, I'll accept it. But I'm really not relying on him for anything. I'm probably just going to go ahead and... I have enough battery power on my backup batteries on my power strips to finish the rest of the stream. I don't know if I'll actually finish this round of Mario Party 2 or not, but we'll definitely play this for probably at least another good while. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the Mario Party Superstars version of this minigame. This is a minigame where if you're playing with three computers and one human, that human being me, it's very easy to, I mean, it's one of those instant win games if you're an actual person. It's one of those games where being genuinely confused in a way that by the scrambled controls, directional controls, in a way that makes the game interesting, is pretty much dependent on having actual people play. The way the computer simulates the computers being scrambled or confused, they just sort of stumble around uselessly, leaving me to just figure out which way to tilt the stick and just walking to the music note and grabbing it. Meanwhile, when it comes to I guess the Mario Party Super... Oh yeah! Mario Party Superstars? Yeah, the Mario Party... I never played Super Mario Party. The newest Mario Party game I played... I'll tell you my history with Mario Party. I played Mario Party 1 and 2 rental. Were, repeat rentals for me. I rented Mario Party 3 once. I rented Mario Party 4 once, and for some reason my family just never ended up returning it, and it was the last time we went to Blockbuster. And so I had Mario Party 4 for GameCube. After that, I got Mario Party Advance, which is kind of a spin-off side game. Then for Mario Party, I rented Mario Party 9, the last one for Wii, and the first one with that whole, you know, car system thing. Okay. Alright, this is someone we actually want to talk to.
Hello, Super Train Station H, Human of Redemption Center 1. It is me, 40 Lines, the non-binary being with a binary mind.
Hey, 40 Line, you see this mess I'm in?
I'm sorry you got left in the dark like this, but I'm glad to see that your actual gameplay wasn't significantly disrupted, and that your stream is still up and running.
I mean, AdCon didn't ruin my stream this time because I had backup power, but if he pulls this stunt on my 4-year anniversary stream, my next stream, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, the good news about that is that in putting your stream in so-called penalty mode, the advanced controller opened up a vulnerability in his programming code. If he activates penalty mode again, that will be your opportunity to insert the blue disc, which is key to defeating him.
So basically, next time he calls, I just put up with him until he does the penalty mode thing, and I pop in this disc, and then I'm done with him, right?
Exactly. However, until that happens, I would strongly advise that you keep AdCon in the dark, so to speak, about you having a replacement blue disc.
Yeah, it sounds good, but about this meteor the advanced controller says is going to strike Earth and kill me during the anniversary stream, can you fill me in on that? Is that legit? I hope not.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. You see, the advanced controller, well, he's kind of a crazy dumbass and makes grandiose, absurd threats he generally isn't able to follow up on. Generally. Though I would still avoid deliberately antagonizing him if can be avoided. He gets himself fired up enough as it is. So during your 4-year anniversary stream featuring Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear, as well as Pokemon Pinball and Pokemon Red version, both for Nintendo's Game Boy, I would remain vigilant for opportunities to defeat the advanced controller if he decides to trigger penalty mode again, a feat accomplished by your use of the blue disc, while AdCon's penalty mode is active.
Yeah, so, can you do anything about my lights yet?
Those will be back on within an hour of the conclusion of the stream. For now, I wouldn't worry about it. Goodbye for now, Super Train Station H, Human of the Redemption Center 1 Universal Membrane. I will be talking to you again at the start of your long-awaited 4-year anniversary stream to reassess our strategy for defeating the advanced controller. This is 40 Line, a non-binary being with a binary mind, signing out.
Alright, so it looks like we've got a path forward next stream to get rid of the advanced controller. And now I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about that silly filter thing that 40 Line used to have to put over my stream. Where's my... Hey, there's the button. And... Okay. There we go. Alright. I think we're done. I doubt we'll get any other weird calls from AIs today. But, oh yeah, I remember... The physical feeling of holding this particular controller, I used to be so good at this, I could grab all the extra coins and still come in first. I seldom come in first these days, and I can't quite tell if it's because I'm not as good as I used to be, if my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be, or if I was a kid, I probably would always put it on the characters, the computer characters on easy mode. So actually having them on hard mode probably makes a difference as well. Alright. Haha. Sorry, Mario. Alright, so because I got hit by... I landed on a happening spot on that upper bridge. Now Mario has one on the side bridge, so I think we're both tied for the happening star at this point. Actually, now's a... Let's rush along, yeah. Let's hurry up to the next, to that first... Nice! Nice, we got nearly the maximum amount of moves you can move with the double mushroom. Okay. 13, 12, 11, 10. Oh yeah, we're buying another. Now, in buying this, I am counting on getting, winning the next mini game. No! I should have... Hey, at least I'm, Hey, I'm in the running... That's a pain in the butt, but I'm in the running for a happening star now, and I have basically no competition because I'm in a position to race Yoshi to the next star as we wait for the single-player minigame, the item minigame, to play through. Now, the thing about the item minigame is that this replaced the single-player minigame, because Mario Party 1 had 4-player minigames and several modes. The 1v3, the 4 players, and then the 2-on-2 team. You know, you place 2 teams of 2 against each other. Here, and then they also had a single-player minigame. They got rid of, and the single-player minigame was like a full-length minigame, but with a single player, and it really wasn't. It's fun to go back. Now, this doesn't happen often. For a 4-player minigame with 4 people on red, normally when someone lands on red, or if someone is selected as red, they'll be the odd one out, or maybe you'll have a 2v2. Because both... Yeah, we just ended up having... Now, this one I'm going to have to focus on a bit. We're playing the Ghost version. This is one of the harder versions, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm sticking with 17 still. Maybe 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it's either 17 or 18. I'm sticking with 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Darn, I was 1 off. I was 1 off. Yeah, no one gets anything. Yeah, me, Mario, and Yoshi are all racing to that star right now. And of course I roll a 10. I need to get... So it's gonna be interesting going through here with... She's gonna pay the toll to get through and loop back around. She might end up getting the star first. But depending on what she lands on this Bowser space, she might not have any coins to work with. Let's see what she gets. I believe the baby Bowser spot on the map is pretty far away from where we're at the moment. No, she only has 19 coins anyway right now, so I really wasn't too concerned about her. Actually, he is pretty close to where I'm at. Now, I don't have a ton of... Yeah, he rolled, like, relatively high. So... Looks like he's gonna miss us. Or at least miss me. Yeah, Mario had 20 coins to get a star, and he lost them all. Yoshi has a ton of coins, though, so really my only serious competition right now is Yoshi. Now, it's Peach versus the 3 of us. Now, in the Mario Party 1 version of this game, you were playing... If you were the player with the shell, you were trying to hit the bowling pins with the characters that were bowling pins in order to... Oh my gosh. In order to steal coins from them, and you only got to throw a single shell. And this one, you have to try to knock over all the player pins, and the point is to knock them all over using 2 shells. Because this is one of those minigames that in Mario Party 1 had a coin theft mechanic, and they really de-emphasized in minigame player against player coin theft in Mario Party 2. And in doing so, some mini-games had to be rebalanced. Some mini-games they brought back that relied on coin theft that they honestly should not have brought back. Alright. Now, I've been streaming for 2 full hours at this point. After this turn, I'm going to take my midstream break. And because I do want to finish this this Mario Party map and call it a stream. Alright. Yeah, so she loses another 20. She was not viable to buy. Oh, excuse me, that was Yoshi. I thought it was Peach again for some reason. I was glancing at my broadcast software. A little alert came up, but it's something I'm concerned about. So after this turn, I'm going to take my midstream break. Alright, I'm the middle leg in the relay. Look at Luigi. He's ready. He's ready. He's like, pass it to me. I'm ready. You inept. Okay, you. Excuse me. That was the. Man, that was. I'm probably gonna. Oh, are you kidding me? That. I rarely lose that. These idiots on my team, I swear. Alright. So, I'm going to use this opportunity to do my midstream break. Yeah, and I will use that as an opportunity to run a full minute ad break so that when we come back, we have fewer ads during my actual content for those who are not subscribed, because if I had my way, I would have no ads and wouldn't make a cent off my stream, and I wouldn't mind a bit, but though I do sincerely and deeply appreciate the paid subs, the cheers, the tips, but I really wanted this to, I'd rather everyone be able to watch for free, but if you do, I do have my emotes you can get, my follower emotes just for following, and my tier 1 subscriber emotes, but for now, I'm going to... Where is... Alright. So why don't I... Yeah, we will... I want to make... I'm going to do a relatively longer break, but I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll finish this board of Mario Party 2, and I'll call it a stream.
My name is Super Train Station H.
Hey everybody, we're back. Where's the button? There's the button. Alright, time to get back into the game. Yeah, I got the landlord. I went downstairs, I talked to the maintenance person. Happened to be in here. They usually leave by this point in the day, but they were, I don't know what they did, but they were able to get my power on pretty seamlessly. So apparently, it was whatever was done to cause my power to go off. It was very simple and easy to undo. Yay! Unless I roll a 1 next turn, it'll be the first time I actually make it past that dumb bridge. Oh, we've got a Battle Royale minigame coming up. Oh, and yeah, I took off my my hoodie. It's getting a little too hot for that. It's that time of year where even I, who loves being covered up at all times, couldn't put up with wearing my hoodie any longer, so. Oh, the da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. You know, it's funny, that's always been my theme. That was from Pictures of an Exhibition. Because my old theme on YouTube was a different passage of that promenade motif from Pictures of an Expedition, The da na 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 da na 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 na. That was, if you've been watching my YouTube videos for a long time, I'll drop a link right here in my, where's my, yeah, of all my YouTube videos. Yeah, that's I use that, my opening theme, as occasionally, not very often, because when I was using that theme, having that 10-second intro was like, wow, like H, your production level, your production values on your videos are so high. That's so impressive to have that cheesy little MIDI that even back then was reminiscent of like an old PBS show or something like that. But having a 10-second logo at the beginning of of every video is actually a huge detriment in this world of YouTube Shorts. People don't want to wait 10 seconds for an intro screen at the beginning of each video. Sometimes the way the computers control this sequence of walking to everyone to their sequestered spots to can up the mushrooms, it can take so long. I'm probably gonna... Man, Peach made out like a gangster. She had a whole bunch of stuff. She like stole a whole bunch of... Now that was a minigame that in Mario Party 1 was a... So I got 23 coins, so I got a little bit... made a slight profit over my entry fee into the Battle Royale, whereas Peach got a whole bunch of coins. Yeah, that's one of the mini-games from Mario Party 1 that was originally a coin theft mini-game. That was actually a good choice to adapt into Mario Party 2 to be a non-coin theft mini-game. To have you steal these mushrooms. So it's still about the skill of stealing the items, but it's no longer as directly about stealing the coins. And to use it as a Battle Royale game in which your... I guess your skills of the person who did the best to the person who did the least. Oh, you know what? It's the first time in years since like 2000. Yeah, it's the first time since like 2001 or 2 at the latest that I played Mario Party 2 using this actual controller. So I just was pressing the wrong button to try to press B, which is why I immediately lost out on that one. You have to remember the B is on top and A is on the bottom. Because the thing is, I'm used to pressing Y for that, which is where the... Yeah, it's a little confusing. So excuse me there. Not very impressive performance in this minigame. At least this one's not a battle royale. I don't lose coins, I just fail to win any new ones. Oh, and by the way, for anyone, I know I've had this go off repeatedly, but just to be sure, to make sure everyone knows. Hold on, where's my? There we go. Yep, my 4-year anniversary celebration stream is going to be Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday the 26th of April, 2024. This is my last normal stream before then, and so I'll be, once this stream is over, I will put up the... I'll put up what I have, and I'll be... Actually, no, I do not want to. I do not want to pass. I want to go there. Get the first star of the game. Nice. You know, so I often didn't have batteries for my Rumble Pack, so not even with the memories being the last time I seriously used the controller being the last time I seriously played N64 using the original controller. I was playing Mystical Ninja starring Goemon in maybe 2004 or 5 at the absolute latest. You know, Beyond Good and Evil... I still didn't finish technically talking about the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition, which was leaked via the ESRB, was the game I was most interested in being announced during the Nintendo Direct. And it was not announced during the Direct, you know, because it is a big multi-platform release. But Switch is by far going to be the most well-patronized console that it will released for. It will be released for. And I will be playing that game this summer. After Pokemon Red, which I will be starting on my 4-year... I was 4 years of streaming on Twitch, my 4-year anniversary stream. I will, after Pokemon, Beyond Good and Evil is up next. I will be buying that game immediately upon its digital release. The 22... Actually, just 22... Actually, just 3 days from now, on the 25th, the day before my 4-year anniversary stream, I will be buying digitally Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition, even though I will not be playing it for a while down the road. I want to immediately support that game with my money. When I bought that game, I bought the game soon after it came out, pre-release, like from GameStop, a used copy for GameCube. Beyond Good and Evil is an incredible game. It's a game that Beyond Good and Evil, without any spoilers. I'll spoil the first battle of Beyond Good and Evil and say this. The first battle of Beyond Good and Evil, and that first battle being the first moments of play control, the moment you take control of the main character, and you go straight into the first battle, that first battle, with the framing, the soundtrack, the lighting, the atmosphere, the on-screen, the visual, the direction of it, that game, that Beyond Good and Evil's first battle feels more epic than many games' final battle, and that's just to start off with. I remember when I got Beyond Good and Evil on GameCube, my mom was cooking in the kitchen. Because I'm in high school back then, I'm at home, I'm playing Beyond Good and Evil in the living room. My mom is in the kitchen cooking. I played the first half hour of that game, and my mom thought I was watching an animated film. The voice acting for 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago now, is such good voice acting, and it really pisses me off. When I'd hear, especially, you don't hear it as much now, but before even Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was confirmed to have limited voice acting, so you'd hear it especially from Nintendo fans, really only from Nintendo fanboys. People who basically only played Nintendo, not only just Nintendo consoles, but really only played Nintendo published games specifically, that, voice acting in games is terrible, and the examples they'd give were Legend of Zelda Wand of Gamelon, like the CDI Zelda games, which are infamous for having cutscenes with really hokey acting cutscenes. Yeah, he stole my star. Great going, Peach, you thief. Yeah, the CDI Zelda games, infamous for their bad voice acting, which were over 20 years old at the time. Then you'd hear Metroid Other M, and as an example of bad voice acting in games, and the directing and the writing was really the directing for the voice actors and the writing were both very spotty at best, and flawed and disastrous at worst. At worst, not worst. And then you'd keep saying in Nintendo-centric forums, when people say, maybe Zelda should have voice acting, people would play the cutscene of the laughing scene from Final Fantasy X as an example of why voice acting in games detracts from the game instead of adds to it. And it's like they've clearly never actually played the game, because that laughing scene in FF10 is a meme. But the point of the scene and the context of the story is that they are pretending to laugh. Like they're supposed to be fake laughing. It is they're very deliberately intending to sound fake. And you're completely ignoring... Oh man, I am making out with a bandit with these coin bags. I got 34 coins in that run. Wowee. 34 coins. So Beyond Good and Evil, 20th Anniversary Edition. Very excited about that. Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. To finally have a Zelda game where you play as the princess herself, and they did a good job, because I remember when Aonuma said, hey, for Breath of the Wild, I considered having a playable Zelda, but I really feel like keeping in the spirit of his vision for the emotional fabric of what was core to the Zelda mythos was that Princess Zelda was not a warrior in the sense that Link was. She was a brave and experienced fighter, but her means of fighting was to use stealth and magic, as you saw when she, in certain games where she is in disguise, and as someone other than the Princess Zelda, she uses her magic to fight for the most part. And she's about her wisdom and her problem solving. So to have a game where you finally play as Zelda, and it's with her new abilities, with the her Tri-Wand or Tri-Rod or whatever it's called, she uses her magic for problem-solving abilities, both in navigating the world and in surviving encounters with monsters. So I really think they found a good way to have Zelda be the protagonist and the active participant, while keeping in line with what Aonuma feels is the emotional core of who Princess Zelda is as a archetype within the Zelda franchise. And it's kind of ridiculous, because I mentioned before, there are people, when Aonuma said I considered a playable Zelda Breath of the Wild, I figured that's not the direction I wanted to take the series, and what I felt was true for the Zelda character, to have her running around swinging a sword just like Link. And I saw some bad reactions saying, oh, I've lost all respect for Aonuma after his sexist comments against women. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He didn't say anything sexist. And I'm the person who gets heat from actual sexists for saying non-sexist things about video games. So when people are being ridiculous to the other extreme and accusing people of sexism when they're not being sexist, I'll take the heat for that too, because I know you're being silly about that. And in terms of the cases I'm specifically regarding, I'm not commenting on anything that I don't specifically know anything about. And this is one of those really precise platforming mini-games that, with the original Nintendo 64 joystick, over time that joystick had an infamous tendency to develop a bit of a wobble and unresponsiveness. Not quite as bad as the Joy-Con drift, but something very kind of about equivalent. Not to the point where it became a defining characteristic of the controller. But it did get to the point where eventually my launch window Nintendo 64 control. Oh, come on! I feel like he must have came in by like a pixel in front of me, because I thought I was doing pretty good. Though I was concerned as to my first time playing this with the original controller in all those years, how well I do. But when it comes to Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, I have to get used to that name. That's a game I'm excited about, but using the Link's Awakening remake engine, it kind of puts a fire up under me to play Link's Awakening, but it's not something that would rely on me playing Link's Awakening. And when it comes to Link's Awakening, I do want to play both the original and remake of that game. So if I did choose to play, oh boy, I hope I get the Star Steel, the 100-star present. It looks like the worst one, but that's actually... Oh, I lost 15 coins. Not so bad. I have a ton of coins right now, so I'm not really worried. Over 30 coins. Over 30 coins is a lot for me. And over 40. When I'm over 40 coins and I'm viable to buy not 1 but 2 stars, I'm basically like rich as far as I'm concerned in this game. Yeah, so I'll have to, because the thing is the time period in which, because then we've got Mario, that's another thing I didn't finish talking about, the new Mario Party, Super Mario Party Jamboree. Why didn't they just call it Mario Party Jamboree? Because both Party and Jamboree are both types of parties. But Super Mario Party Jamboree, it's interesting that they decided to carry on the Super Mario Party branding. What I heard about Super Mario Party is that the actual board game maps were entirely too small. They were disappointingly small, and Super Mario Party was they left the numbered Mario Party conventions and they were trying to... Yeah, I'm just spamming this punch. I've never failed to win when just spamming the basic punch. Oh yeah, we're definitely further along. Maybe it's more interesting when you're playing with multiple people. But when it comes to playing with, 3 other computers, I just I just hold the stick against the statue and just spam the button. And that's all it really, there's not much to it. It's one of those games, but if I get that game, I know I'm going to win if it comes up in the minigame roulette. Yeah, it seemed like Super Mario Party was trying to be a reboot for the Mario Party series, but it didn't quite hit home. And I don't know, I was hoping for years that they'd add more classic maps to Mario Party Superstars. And what they did instead was add 2 new maps, 2 new classic maps to Super Mario Party Jamboree. But from what I've heard, the buzz I've heard from people who played the first Super Mario Party, was that Super Mario Party Jamboree looks like a return to proper full-size board maps. It looks like a great selection of mini-games. It looks like a few old ones have returned. It looks like it's going to have great online modes. Super Mario Party is going to be the first... I mean, Mario Party Superstars was the newest Mario Party game, but it was kind of also a retroactive Mario Party game, playing on the nostalgia of playing these old maps, these old mini-games. Mario Party Jamboree is going to be like the first new Mario Party game I'm interested in. And I'll buy it, I'll play it. One thing I am thinking about right now, like the period in which I would have been playing, I planned to play Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door for Switch later on this year. And now I've got, that period is roughly going to be covered by both Mario Party, Super Mario Party Jamboree and Legend of Zelda Wand. I keep want to say Wand, because I think of Zelda as using a rod, so I think Wand, and also Wand of Gamelon, which I believe was one of the CDI Zelda games where you actually played as Zelda, and I think Link Faces of Evil was the only one where you actually played as Link. But so here's my strategy for Archer Rival when I'm playing as one of the targets. Here's my strategy. No, I can't do the strategy. I immediately get taken out. I guess I got sandwiched between the stupid Boo and the Bowser Jr. The baby Bowser Kid Bowser, whatever you want to call these weird little horned Bowser clone things. Alright, I had no chance there. Because what you want to have happen is be in an opportunity where you could trap all the other players on one side, so that the player with the arrow takes all the other targets out first. Then once I have the full range to go back and forth, I'm able to easily outsmart the computer player and then carry the team through to the end. But when the other players are moving freely and I'm stuck between those 2 stupid bonus targets, Mario, that's when I get in the situation where I end up getting, taken out. Alright. I'm considering that a positive, because right now, I believe I should be ahead of Yoshi in the running for the Happening Star. That's how many times players land on those green question mark spaces that are on the bridges. Alright. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yep, so I am... Okay, lights out. So I have to keep the light bulb away... No, I have to hit the... So, I don't... It's not often that I'm actually the player with the hammer. Alright. Yeah, the computer players are really pathetic in this one. It's not... this is one of those mini games where I'm definitely feel like I'm missing out on the intended challenge. The game just sometimes certain mini games feel balanced with computer players in this game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But what I'm gonna say, oh yeah, so this fall, late October, November, whenever, like September, October, that's when the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and then October, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and the same October in 2021 is when Mario Party Superstars came out. So I really like this October window for releasing Mario Party games on the Switch. I don't know when the first Super Mario Party came out. I don't know if that came out in October as well. Alright. Get out, get away from me. Get off me, get off me, get off me. Get off me, please, get off me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I lost a lot of coins there. Enough coins to get a star. But I don't know why Boo always says whether he steals 3 coins or like 40 coins. He always says, oh, I only got 40 coins. Alright, so now she gets to play an item minigame. So that time period was when I was originally planning that September, October, so we have Zelda and Mario Party coming out. That's the time period when I was originally planning to play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. And on top of that, I really did want to, now that a new Mario & Luigi is coming out, probably in the first half of 2025, that new Mario & Luigi, so probably maybe spring at the earliest, I expect. Because of that, now I have to, I started Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. For some reason, late summer last year, I deluded myself into thinking that I'd be able to, oh, I need a light little game I could start and maybe beat by the time Mario Wonder comes out. I know, I'll play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, a full-fledged RPG. The only RPG I've ever completed on stream is Paper Mario, and that took me 2 or 3 months to beat with my schedule, because at most I only stream a couple of times a week. And I only stream typically for around 4 hours, maybe 5 tops for my usual longer streams. Z, right, left. Alright, now it's nice when you're playing with the original controller, the actual original buttons make sense. Down, right, up, A, left, up. Down, right, up, right, up. Down, right, up, A, left. Oh, I forgot to do the input. But fortunately, at least one of the other people did. So our team won, even though I messed up that input. I was the only person to be made out, too. Only person to be eliminated from the game, or I should say. We have reached the last 5 turns. Let's look at the standings. Mario is first. Yoshi is second. Peach is third. And Luigi is in last place. But who shall be victorious and become the superstar? Alright. Wow, it's Thwomp. No, it's, Womp! Womp. I forgot Womp's name for a second. Our predicted winner, Mario, will receive 10 points from Womp. I don't know, I really am holding this controller for the first time and really sitting down playing a long session with it for the first time in really 20 years. Last time I guess it must have been 2006. I plugged in the N64 in the living room because I was still living at home with my parents then. Into the tube set. I mean, I say plug it into the tube set. We only had a tube set. Now, what I regret, when I moved out of my parents' house, they had a flat screen tube TV. They got rid of that since then. I wish I brought that with me, because that was one of the later tube sets that had ever been made. And I don't remember, but it may have had 480p, like the enhanced resolution or enhanced definition compatibility. I think it was a 2004 or 5 television. It was one of the later tube sets that have been made, one of a flat panel flat screen tube set. Yeah, go ahead and... Are you gonna steal... Yeah, she has... Why would... This was a foolish move. What is this... What is this logic? What kind of logic is the computer using? She could have bought a star for only 20 coins there, and instead she stole a star for 50 and can't buy the cheap one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is... I know it's to my benefit because now she's kind of disadvantaged compared to where she could be at if she had played with some common sense. But... Bumper balls. My main regret with bumper balls is that this game has a time limit. This game should not have had a time limit. Because, especially with these computer players, it feels so easy. It is so easy to stalemate the computer in this game. Because I feel like it's far more likely... Okay, more often than I lose, more often than I win, I usually end up in a one-on-one stalemate with one character, and eventually one of us is gonna mess up. It's not gonna take that long, and I guess the time limit's supposed to make us more desperate and more aggressive to finish things up and have a winner, because if there's not a single player standing, it turns into a draw, and no one gets any coins. But that game did not need a time limit, that minigame. They should have just let it continue on. Eventually someone's going to mess up and lose. Or at least make the time limit... They should have added another 20 seconds maybe to the time limit. And I guess they don't want things to go on too long when that many people aren't playing. Because from a game design perspective... Next turn, I'm going to use my mushroom. I've been waiting to get within vague striking distance of a star. It hasn't happened in a long time. And I want to get across this bridge. Because if I land on a happening spot on the bridge, I'm going to get knocked back so far, I'm probably not going to be able to at least grab a single star. If I could grab the next star from Toad, and I'm probably going to get the happening star, that'll put me... Oh my gosh. This is one of the mini games that in Mario Party 2... Mario Party 1 was a stick rotation game. I've never got the timing right for these A-B button presses. If they made it alternating, it would make so much more sense. I'd be shocked if... This is one of my favorite games of all time, one of my most played games of all time. I'd be shocked if even 5, let alone 10, let alone 5 times in my life I've actually won this minigame, even when the players are on easy mode. And the fact that 20 there, that's the default that's the default record in the game, because this is a fresh file. So that shows how badly I just did compared to the game's basic expectations of performance. Alright, we're almost... Hey, 3 turns left. Gotta remember to use my mushroom. Gotta remember to use my mushroom. Okay. Please do not... Okay. He's not... He's not going to be able to get that star. He was on the barely able to afford it to begin with. Going to use our mushroom. Get off this island. Now, I could roll really bad and still... No! Oh my gosh. Okay. You'd want to roll at least more than 10, but... the next star is pretty much mine unless something crazy happens, but this is Mario Party and crazy things do tend to happen. So yeah, so now that the new Mario and Luigi's coming out, yeah, for some reason I decided, oh, I need something to kill some time before Super Mario Wonder. I'll start Mario and Luigi, an RPG, when I know it took me, the only RPG I ever completed on stream so far, took me months to beat. And it's funny, the only RPGs I've played on stream and beaten, the only RPG I've played and beaten is Paper Mario for N64. The only other Mario RPGs I've played are Super Mario RPG, which I stopped when they announced the remake, and eventually I decided I didn't want to play the remake. I was just going to continue with the original when the time came, because I stopped at a very opportune spot, because when I played that game back in 2001 on my Super NES, I got that game, and I reached a point where I was basically soft blocked. I just could not beat the boss, the Bunt Cake boss in Booster's Tower. So I got exactly that far, then I had to leave town on business, and so I missed a couple of streams, and during that time, it was September last year, that's when they did the Nintendo Direct, where they announced the Super Mario RPG remake, so I'm like, maybe I'll play the remake instead, or maybe I'll play the two versions of the game side by side. Eventually I decided, you know what, I'll just play the original, and I'll just leave the game alone for now. Yeah, my strategy for this minigame is to keep in the air as long as possible, have the minimal, as little contact between my character's feet and the rolling barrel thing that I can get away with, because the less time you're spending on that platform, the less time you're spending having your momentum messed with. Oh, what are you gonna do? Steal a few coins from me? And he's gonna steal from Yoshi, even though I have more coins, because he's in first place because he has a star but fewer coins, whereas I'm in third place because, yeah, this star, unless something really, really crazy happens, this next star, or unless I just fail to roll high enough. That's something that could also happen. I could just fail to roll high enough. Unless someone gets a warp block and uses it to swap places with me. I just have to roll well these last couple of turns. Wait a second. I could have swore Mario did not have 20 coins. I thought... What happened? I thought the last time I laid eyes on Mario's coin count, he had fewer than 20 stars. I have no clue what happened there. I have no idea what happened. Now, that's what I get for running my... That is so... I could have swore he had fewer than 20 stars. Is there a... Oh, you know what? Did he steal some... Oh, yeah, of course. Why did I forget? I was so busy commenting on the strategy of why he stole from Yoshi instead of stealing from me that I forgot to consider the fact that, oh yeah, he's going to be put over the threshold. Yeah, and of course I'm going to roll a 10. This is the only way I'm getting a star this game. I'll steal it from Peach. This is the only way I'm getting a star this game. I normally don't... Normally, unless I'm absolutely swimming in coins, will I have a star. Because with one star, and I'm in the likely running for the happening star and the minigame star, and that'll put me ahead to win the game. Because there are some bonus stars awarded at the end, because I do have the bonus mode option on. Star Steal, it looks like the worst option, but it's actually the one you want. This is the sort of, you got lucky and he just runs away. And Mario Party 1 had a much more greater emphasis on Bowser potentially stealing stars from the player. There's only one scenario in Mario Party 2 in which it's possible for a player to lose a star during gameplay by means other than have it being stolen by a player paying 50 coins to the Boo. Alright. Hopefully this time, whatever side I'm on actually wins. I'm on the team of 3 again. I'm probably going to be in the middle again. Yes, I am in the middle again. So, really kind of helpless as to... Okay, fortunately this time, my first teammate was not absolutely inept. Like the first time around. No, you don't, Peach. No, you don't. There we go. Like, this is... Like, what are the implications of this minigame? Are they supposed to be wearing penguin costumes? Or are they actually transformed into penguins with the heads of their normal forms? I'm very interested to know. It's probably just a costume because Mario Party 1 did have an emphasis on what is very specifically explained in universe to be a suit, like the Bowser suit for several players. So we're on the last turn now. Alright. Steal 5 coins, go ahead. Doesn't make a difference to me at this point. I was 1 coin away from, 1 spot away from landing on the bank. I would have got a whole ton of coins, because no one's landed on the bank space this entire game, which means there's a pretty big cache of coins squirreled away there. Alright, what are we getting for our last minigame? Shell Shocked. So this game is about dodging the oh no, this is the tank game. I got this confused with a different game. Alright. Oh my gosh. This I leave it. I wonder if it's if the number of pipes you get, because the number of pipes determines how difficult this minigame is. It has several different difficulty modes. I wonder if it's because it's late in the game that we got that mode, because I know there's some mechanics in certain Mario Party games where if you get a minigame multiple times, each time it will make it harder or give you a different, more difficult variation. First we'll count everyone's stars. Now we've seen your stars, let's count the coins. With the bonus stars. And I got the minigame star as I expected. So I'm in the lead right now. Coin star goes to Peach, which I would have expected. If I didn't predict out loud, but I expected. So I think I'm going to get either I'm going to get the happening star or I'm going to tie with Yoshi. Oh, I got the happening star. I win. It's locked in for me at this point. There's no way I can't win. We'll let the cutscene play out. Yo ho ho in a cave full of treasure. Arrgh, stop right there. You wouldn't be thinking of stealing my treasure now, would ya, matey? I was just looking, Captain. I didn't take any. That's better, me matey. Ah ha ha. Ah, who goes there? Why, it's Captain Luigi! So ye come, Captain Luigi. You scroll too fast. I can't read it with my Pirate Bowser voice. Ah, impertinent fool. And I do love the themed costumes the characters wear on the board game. Ouch, that smarts. And Luigi's voice when he says, listen to this voice sample when he says, "Yeah, I did it." Listen to the way Charles Martinet delivers this line. When Luigi says his victory line, victory voice sample. Yeah, I did it. It makes it sound like a deranged confession. He's like, I did it, and I'd do it again if I had the chance. It sounds like he's confessing to like a murder or something. Alright. So, I don't know how my save file in Mario Party 2 and in no other N64 game I've played, the only other ones really being Pokemon Puzzle League and Mario Party 1, I don't know how it is that those games are missing. This one game is missing. Somehow I erased the save data. But now we're on our way to restoring it. And really, I just don't mind an excuse to play through these games again. So, what we're going to do... Okay, so we are closing in on the end of our stream. But first, as a special attraction for those who are joining me, we're going to watch a trailer for my stream that's coming Thursday. No, Wednesday. Thursday is at 6 p.m. is my backup date if I, for some reason, have to delay it by a day. Because I'll be working on things for this up until the last minute, pretty much. But Wednesday, the 26th of June, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is my 4-year anniversary stream. This is a stream that I've had in mind and have been building towards since I first started streaming back in 2020. And it's a stream that I've been planning and teasing for years. I'm really excited for introducing Pokemon and everything. I kind of, you'll see me explain it a bit in here, but let's play the trailer for this stream. Okay, here we go. Give it a second to get started. Hey everyone, this is the opening hold screen for my 4-year anniversary stream. The first game I ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog on this very cartridge here, so I'll be playing that, and I've been planning how to cover Pokemon Red, not just my personal history with it, but the history of the game itself, using unique means that I really haven't seen anyone do before in the live format. So I've been waiting for years to finally introduce Pokemon Red to my stream, and in between.
Hello, viewers of Super Train Station H, residing in the Redemption Center 1 Universal Membrane. It is me, Adcon, the advanced controller of the great currency that is the XLO token, the inflation-free, non-legal tender digital currency of the future. I have some sad news. My firstborn son and economic prey item, Super Train Station Age, is going to die on the night of his 4-year anniversary stream. My simulations have predicted that the GRNX-07 Box Hill meteor will strike his house and deal direct damage to his pancreas at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Patience is Sylve. Please show up for his anniversary stream, as H has been planning this stream for years, and it would mean a lot for him if people were nice to him on the last day of his life. Anyway, enjoy the Pokemans.
So now I'm going to do my 4-year anniversary stream playing some games that I am incredibly passionate about, and it's really starting a new chapter in my stream history. Now hopefully the advanced controller of the currency does not ruin my stream and make any obnoxious calls, but there's no guarantees. Hopefully he behaves himself, but we'll see what happens. So check the information in whatever in the YouTube video or on the blog posts that you see this video on, and just stay tuned for details as to when I'll be doing that stream in the sometime between probably the 26th, maybe the 27th, if I'm not able to get everything ready in time. But I will see you all on the stream. Hopefully, thank you all for your support. Just for showing up and watching is more than I could have ever dreamed of. And thank you very much for watching. Yep, so that is my first trailer ever for a stream, and like you saw in the trailer, next time will be my 4-year anniversary stream. And yes, Clackaboy, that is my first stream trailer. And thank you, Mecha Kong, for standing guard in my silent squad. And just mentioning, my follow alerts are anonymous. So if you do want to follow me and don't want to be have attention drawn to you in stream, you are free to follow, and I will have no idea. We'll just know that someone followed, and you will not have your screen name displayed. Nothing, no chat message will appear mentioning you, and you could just continue to lurk in what I call my silent squad of lurkers. So, yeah, so the 4-year anniversary special, we set up for Mecha Kong. I don't know if you were there earlier on for the story segments, but we learned of a way to defeat the advanced controller because 40 Line, the non-binary being with a binary mind, was okay. So did you get to hear that part? We 40 Line, the good AI that's helping me fight the advanced controller, sent me a blue floppy disk to replace the one that Adcon tricked me into destroying last time around. That will allow me to if he puts my stream into penalty mode again like he did today, I will be able to insert the blue disc and get his stream, uninstall his evil mining software from my computer, and I will no longer have to deal with him. So, yeah, I forgot to make sure that the chat was behind. All right, so Mechacon, you were listening. All right, so actually, let me check out. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if anyone I know is live right now. You know what? Actually, I know exactly who I will be. I know who I can raid. I don't raid often, but I know who I'll be raiding. I'll be raiding Zaldar87, who is playing Sons of the Forest, a game I've never heard of before, but I know... Hold on. Zelda... Zaladar. Yeah, leave it to me to spell the person's name wrong that I'm rating. So I will all send you into their stream, and so I will see you hopefully on Wednesday. For those who missed the story segments, they will be up on YouTube, as well as the stream itself. So I will see you all next time, and thank you very much for watching. All right.